Hey, silly goosies. Welcome to But Seriously, the podcast where we dive into life's pivotal moments and how they shape who we are. I'm Taylor, and each week I'll be sitting down with guests from all walks of life to explore how different challenges and traumas can become stepping stones into one's own authenticity. This is not a how-to on healing, rather an open, heartfelt, and even sometimes hilarious conversation amongst friends. We'll laugh, maybe shed a tear, and remind ourselves that life just is not that serious. So lighten up, let go, and settle in as you join us for stories that are as funny as they are inspiring. This is But Seriously. Let's get started. Cheers, sister.
Cheers, sis.
Welcome back.
Woo! Round two, baby.
Round two. I mean, if this isn't just telling, we had to have Jenny Voss come back because it's amateur hour over here at But Seriously, and I did not have my microphone hooked up for like 45 minutes during the episode and lost all the good stuff. But like, hey.
Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2.
If at first you don't succeed,
dust yourself off and try again. You can dust it off and try again. Try again.
So, God, voice of an angel.
Again.
So thanks for coming back.
Yes.
We're so excited to have you. That's why I brought out the Aperol Spritzies, our favorite drink of all time. Chin, chin, chin.
It's Spritz o'clock.
It's Spritz o'clock. It's happy hour on a Friday. So yeah, thanks for coming back. I know you're like the busiest of all girls, and I'm just so honored that you would make even more time for my silly little podcast.
You know what? I took the day off today.
Praise be.
Yeah.
Praise be.
I haven't done that in a long time. I laid out by the pool.
What did it feel like?
It felt good.
Yeah, you do actually look like you got some color.
I got a little.
Yeah. I know I was in the desert this week. I got a little.
Nice. Yeah, the sun is powerful lately.
I call them the sunny side up titties. Like you get your nipples and the egg whites and then your tan. You know what I mean?
These do look like little eggs
I'm
now.
like, what am I doing? Why don't I take my top off? Like,
I know. I wish we could tan more with our tops off.
I know. That's why I go to Peach's house or, Airbnb in the desert.
Get Barcelona. Which,
speaking of, we should book a European trip.
I know. That's
you got to get booked in Ibiza.
When we're done with this podcast, we're booking Ibiza.
We're going to book Ibiza. Okay. We just got off the rails quick. Jenny, speaking of how busy you are, I mean, what don't you do? Like, let's just build your resume real quick. We've got singer, producer, hot ass DJ, best real estate agent in San Diego. I mean, content queen, best friend in the world, best fiance, dog mom of Goose. Like, am I missing any of these things?
Disco queen,
chill girl,
booty by barbell.
Oh my God, she's the lifter of heavy things. Like,
no, that's cute.
What else do you do?
Come over to Taylor's and have Aperol Spritzes.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I mean, I feel like for me, even just starting this podcast and teaching yoga and having my regular job, sometimes for me, it just feels like I'm on a fucking hamster wheel running as fast as I can and going nowhere. Like, how do you honestly do that with this many things in your hat? Like, how many hats do you wear? How do you balance this all?
I've always said that the more I do, the better I do, which is so weird and so opposite of a lot of people, But
I mean, it makes sense to me.
Yeah, the more that's on your plate, it just makes me motivated for more. And when I'm doing less and have nothing to do, I'm like, wow, I'm lazy. What's going on? So
isn't it weird how that guilt sets in? Like, that'll happen to me too. If I just take a day to just spin DJ diddles and read my Kindle, my romantasy smut. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Get up and do something. And I'm like, well, enjoy it too.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a guilt mindset, especially in women, which is really strange.
Yeah.
It's okay to take a rest day.
Yeah.
Hopefully
totally.
You didn't feel any guilt today.
No, I felt good resting today.
You're recharging in the sun.
Yeah. But I have open houses tomorrow and, on the weekends. So I have to take one day. And usually it's Friday, which is always the funnest day.
That is true. Get yourself, I guess that's true. Your weekends would be more on the weekdays. Huh?
Yeah.
Because as a performer, you're on weekends, showing houses. That's when regular people, regular Joe Schmoes like me have the time to go do stuff like that.
Yeah. And luckily, with real estate, my schedule is pretty flexible. So if there's even a Monday, Tuesday, if I don't have anything on the calendar, I'm cool. I don't have to do anything, So
yeah, but then you have the prospecting and the hunting and all that. So it's not.
And that's when I feel super guilty for not doing that stuff, But I do.
Yeah, I think you do a really good job. And you also, which is kind of nice that you can dip in the same pool, right? I feel like in the entertainment space, in the music space, you have to come across the people who are interested in buying, or at least like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you can
Yeah.
kind of dip in the same pool in that aspect.
Yeah.
Does that happen ever?
Well, that's my like goal in life, is to become the real estate agent for musicians. Like, I remember the first house I ever shadow showed with my broker, Pete Middleton. He had this house and it had a music studio in the bottom level. It was like this 3-story, like $7 million home. And I remember walking in, I was like a brand new agent at the time. And I walked into a music studio and I was like, this is it. Like,
That's
how do I
amazing.
sell Kygo this house? How do I get, so that's my goal. I haven't sold a musician a house yet, but I'm working on it. That's like where all my worlds collide, someday.
That's an omen though. The first one you walked into, you're like, oh, and also what a cool way to sell the house. If you did, you're like, hey, watch me get in here in the booth real quick. And you just like pop off and sing from.
One free studio session with the house.
That's amazing. So what kind of got you into, before we like dive into the music side, which I'm really excited to talk to you about, what got you into real estate? Did you always have like a knack for wanting to sell houses, or was there like a pivotal moment, or just kind of like a gradual thing to it?
It's funny because growing up, we moved so much. Like, my parents divorced when I was 5. And after that, they pretty much rented every year after that. And so I've literally lived in 30 different houses.
And that's all in California?
All in California. Yeah. So me and my dad, our thing was like going to open houses. Whenever we would see a sign, we would go and check it out because we were always moving. But then throughout, like my career started in marketing and advertising, and I was always selling marketing, selling print ads, selling radio ads, selling agency ads. Yeah. And then COVID happened, and I just had this wave over me, and I was selling like influencer ads at the time. And that industry got completely attacked during COVID because it was like, oh, privileged white women getting paid to promote stuff.
I mean, okay, let's all be real. Like, if we had the opportunity to make money to promote shit, like, would we not?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
To get paid to just be like on your hot girl shit on Instagram. Like, I get it. It can be annoying, and some influencers are absolutely full of shit. but like, hey, take my podcast.
Yeah,
right?
I would love
launch me, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. The few like little deals I've gotten from that, I'm like, God, it's so cool.
I will never forget when I first moved to San Diego, and I was getting like BetterHelp ads with you on them, and I was like, that's fucking famous.
Let me tell you, that one BetterHelp ad, one video took me, you'll see my camera roll, fucking 60 different videos to get one like good shot. So I'm like, I am not made for this at all.
I mean, me neither. You should have seen the hours it took me to just make one goddamn little reel for this. Like, this is not easy. And also I'm like, I don't want to post this. I'm embarrassed. I'm like a one post a year kind of gal.
I know. I'd love to see you flourish in this social
You're so
space,
good at
girl. I hate it though.
Do you?
Yeah.
You don't seem like you do.
Well, I go through phases. I'll have like a day where I'm really excited about what I'm going to post, and I like make all these edits. I use CapCut. I get so excited to post, and then I'll post it and it'll get like 60 likes. And I'm like, thought that one was going viral, and they never do.
It's really weird how that happens. Like, I feel like the posts that I make, like it's like a carousel or just like a solo shot of me. I'll be like, where the fuck did these like 500 likes come from? And then they're like, oh, make a reel, it'll help. And then I get a reel and it's like 5 likes.
Yeah. What is that?
Not 5, I'm being dramatic.
They all say reels, but they never really work for me. So I got to figure that out. But
getting back
to how I got, but seriously, how I got into real estate though is I was in that influencer position, and I was like, I'm sick of selling shit that doesn't matter, to be real. And then I ran into Pete Middleton on this plane to Cabo, and he's like, you got to get into real estate.
Shit.
And I'm like,
know that.
Wow, this would make so much sense. Like, I've learned sales. That was my whole career before, probably 4 or 5 years of sales. And I was always good at it, but I never truly like believed in the product that I was selling. Like I sold print ads for a magazine when print was dying. I sold radio ads for radio when Spotify was the new thing, and radio, no one really listened to radio anymore, Yeah. So I was just like, yeah, let me sell something that matters. And then when the world collapses, food, shelter, water, what do people need? Food, shelter, water. Yeah. So might as well sell something in that category. And homes just made sense because I've lived in so many homes. I love home. I love walking into a place and imagining that as my home.
And you're so luxury coded.
Yeah. And I started, and not really, not at all.
I think so.
But I started in a luxury team, and that's just where I've been and really plugged myself into. And so, yeah, now that's my whole career is luxury sales, which is so cool. But that's why I'm like, ooh, I better call Alicia Keys and Kygo.
Get that Razor house from the Kiss.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, it's really crazy. Like, I've had some really interesting conversations this first season here, and almost everybody I've talked to, like, has had the pandemic be a really pivotal moment for their personal growth or their career to take off. And I think that's really telling about like the people that we're just surrounding ourselves with, because there's so many people in this world that the pandemic was like, and rightfully so, uprooted their lives, right? Like took everything away and like they had to start from ground zero. And I feel like it's a really cool thing that you, me, our friends, like our, people that we surround ourselves with, we're like, let's take this and go. Like, let's figure something else out. I think
it's mostly creators, because finally we got this time to do what we love to do instead of having to work for money to pay for our lives, because it was a pivotal time for my music too. Like that's all of my greatest songs came out of COVID because I was finally home to be able to record in my closet studio, a 17-track album.
Wait, and what was that album again?
So Sunrise. And that actually, Sunrise was actually made in a studio with Gallery 130. But a lot of my songs that are like the top producing songs that I've done collabs with like Night Funk and Anthony Bolt and all these final house people from the UK, I would have never, at that point, everything went virtual. So they were reaching out to singers and songwriters across the world instead of just someone in their backyard, And so I got all these opportunities with producers that were like, hey, here's a song. You have something to write? And I'm like, gosh, I got nothing but time and something to say. Let's go.
Let's tap this into it.
Yeah. So
were you always a songwriter? I know you grew up in a family of singers, and I know that like music's always been a big part of your life. I mean, was the pandemic when you started writing songs, or were you just like a little poetry kid like Taylor Swift?
No, I was not poetry kid at all. I feel like I like never really knew how to express myself growing up or speak even.
What do you mean?
Stand up for myself.
Well, yeah. I mean, I still don't do that.
Yeah. We're getting better at that, okay?
I don't know. I just had a meeting. Well, we'll get into that. I had a meeting with my therapist, and she's like, what do you think you'd work on most? I was like, not being a fucking doormat. I don't know. Like, as somebody who comes off so confident, I'm always like, you can treat me well.
Sure, whatever you want. Yeah. No, I've been like that my whole life too, for sure.
So, I mean, it's like, even though you kind of made music as a career, was there ever a moment when it like wasn't this healing or creative outlet for you? Does it ever feel like a chore, or has it always been like, this is it, I'm so passionate about this, I love this with every fiber in my being?
So when I first moved to San Diego, I wasn't into house music yet. I was like dabbled here and there in like EDM or like tropical house or EDM. I was like an EDM girl before I really found house,
Of course, I was the biggest EDM girl ever. For like Diplo, Alesso, like tritonal, Zed's Dead, all the things. I mean, those are a pretty broad spectrum.
But yeah, I first moved to San Diego and I worked at a restaurant and we booked live musicians. And I quickly was like, I want to book the live musician. So I like took on that role. And then I was like, I need to book myself. And so I went on Craigslist, found a guitarist named James, and him and I practiced at the OB Farmers Market. And then we, for 5 years straight, gigged around San Diego at bars, restaurants, nightclubs, not nightclubs, more like
lounges.
Yeah. Dive bars, anything, just sang in the corner, like covers of Fleetwood Mac and Eagles and Beatles and Shania Twain. And so that was really fun for a long time. But after 5 years of singing like 4 times a week, I mean, it's a blessing and a curse. I feel like I finally learned how to use my voice and like fine-tuned this tool that I have. But it also became, I burnt out, 4 times a week singing someone else's songs. Totally. And that was kind of the pivotal moment for me where I was like, I am sick of singing Blackbird by the Eagles, or the Beatles. I'm so sorry.
I was like, oh my God.
You better cut that out.
Oh my God. Time stamp it, editor. My eyes wide. I was like, say the right band.
No, but I was just sick of singing other people's songs. And I was like, I have so much inside of me and I need to learn how to get it out. And that's when I started songwriting. And that's when the collabs started coming in too with other producers from across the world. And I was just able to set up a little microphone in my closet and go crazy.
I mean, I can see where that would be exhausting, but boy, what I wouldn't give to catch a Jenny Voss buckskin in the street.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I would love that. Right now I walk down the OB and I'm like, somebody's take that guitar from somebody. Who's the woman screaming with the banjo? what I wouldn't give for a little Jenny Voss on the streets.
Well, that's actually a goal of mine, is to do like a Jenny Voss unplugged show soon. And I hope to do it at Music Box and just do like no DJ, no 4-on-4 on the floor, just full on Jenny with a band.
I mean, I love your DJ singing sets. They're so unique. They're so powerful, but I feel like it really doesn't showcase the depth of your voice.
Yeah,
like
totally.
House music and disco is unbelievable. It's so much fun. I'll never talk shit about it, but like anytime I hear you sing like at a wedding or like an unplugged version like that, I'm always like, what the fuck?
There she is.
It's just insane.
Yeah,
your voice is insanely powerful.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Okay, so you mentioned like how you found your voice and stuff. So like, how has the stage shaped you? And then when you found your voice, like, did it immediately take you to like this house music like scene, or what did that really look like for you?
Well, I guess the stage started in cheerleading. So before really getting in, I didn't really take singing seriously until like I moved to San Diego. So after college, because I was always just, you got to get an education and you got to do some sports,
that's drilled in us from an early age. I feel like that generation's so different now.
Yeah. But I was put into like competition cheerleading from pretty much 5th grade through college. And so that stage is what like prepared me for this stage, really, because at a young age, I would put a bunch of makeup on and go in front of hundreds of people and say hoorah.
What's that?
So
awesome. Oh, wow.
Like totally freaked me out. I mean,
my God. Were you a big flipper? Like, did you flip around?
Yeah, I did some flips.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I was also back spot because I'm so damn tall. Trust me, I was never in the air.
The pyramid,
yeah, no, never top of the pyramid. Always big, heavy bottom. But yeah, I was a flipper.
A big flipper.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
But it was fun.
Do you think you could whip one out? Like
No. Oh my gosh, not anymore. When I first moved to San Diego, I tried to do a back handspring on the beach and I like saw stars and I was like, oh, never again.
Call 911.
And that was like probably 2 years after doing a back handspring. And I was like, never again. She's done.
It's just, I grew up next door with one of my best friends, Candace Crowley. I don't know if you'll ever see this. I was floored. Her and her sister were these tiny little things, and they just would flip around the neighborhood. Like it was nobody's business.
Like, watch, 1, 2, 3.
You could do it. I'm like, oh fuck no, I cannot. I don't know if it's always been the fear or what. Like you flippers make it look easy.
Well, okay, so I could never do a back tuck where it's like your whole legs and everything, but I could always do the back handsprings where the hands are down first then. No, I would do the running, back handspring, back tuck, back.
Okay, that's
layout.
No, these chicks would do like the standing.
Yeah, those I could never get those.
They were crazy, but like they were like little much. She was like 5 foot.
I think we got too much ass to do that, and that's an okay problem.
Oh my God, yeah, I remember crying in the Hollister dressing room, like nothing fit. And I can't do it. Hurts the bears for jeans. So that's kind of okay. So cheerleading, that's kind of where you felt like that stage, like that's where you started getting the crave, like I can be on stage or whatever.
Yeah.
And then how did that kind of evolve through your life? I mean, you found music kind of when you moved to San Diego?
Well, I've always had music. So my mom can sing, my aunts, my grandma was a freaking opera singer. Like it is in our blood. My dad can even sing. My brother. Yeah. Like everywhere around me.
So both sides.
Yeah. Well, my dad isn't like a singer, but every time he whips out Kenny Chesney in the car, I'm like, okay, Dad, there we go.
You can carry a tune.
You can carry a tune.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I did like talent shows and I tried out for The Voice and American Idol.
No way.
Yeah. So The Voice, I tried out like 5 different times, and every time I got like almost closer and closer. The last time I was almost on TV.
Oh, I was gonna say, do they like not chair spin for you or something?
There is
like a process.
There is like 8 rounds before you get to the chairs. It's crazy.
That's kind of wild to me because I've seen a couple episodes of that show because Jack's mom is like a big Voice fan.
Yeah.
And you have been able to sing a lot better than the people I've seen on that show.
Well, they're
not bad. They're good, but I just feel like you have a way better voice.
Well, the thing about me is when I would get nervous, I would fuck up. So I would be so nervous and ruin a note. And I would always pick the big songs. Like I remember one time at The Voice, they're like, honey, no one does Beyonce. And I was like, oh, I thought I could.
Yeah.
Well,
so you would have done like an easier, so you like set yourself up kind
of.
But the thing is you can do those things.
I normally could, but like under that pressure and being so nervous and being in that room, and I like totally messed it up.
How old are you?
I started probably trying out at like 15 and went all the way up to like 20. So
see, that's probably why too. With comes maturity,
Yeah.
with comes the stage presence. Like you probably hadn't that much exposure to singing like that in front of people.
And I haven't gone back like since I've done the 5, because I feel like this 5 years of busking around town like truly taught me how to use my voice and like control it and be okay with it when I am nervous. So maybe I should try again.
I mean, I'll vote for you. I'll call in the number.
Now I feel too old.
I don't think it's an old thing, but I think you've just forged your own path. Like you don't need that right now.
And like they don't have house music on The Voice.
And like look what you've accomplished like in the music space. We were just actually talking about this. Like you used to do like busking, you used to play at restaurants. Now you're fucking saying no to gigs. Like, you know what I mean? You're saying gigs that aren't really serving your purpose, your higher purpose. You're getting booked for festivals, Waterfront coming up.
Wonderfront.
Well, is that water? Is that
no? It's at Seaport Village.
Okay, well,
but the goal is crossed at Waterfront soon.
We're gonna get you on cross. But like that's what I mean. And you played music festivals in Alaska. You're getting shows like all over the place. You have one in Austin coming up this summer. You play in local clubs all the time. Like I feel like if you went to The Voice or like American Idol right now, that's not in line with where I'm going. Yeah.
I know. And
so it all worked out.
Yeah.
We all got that plan is working out.
Yeah.
Sis.
The plan is working.
If you would have gone
your own path, you know,
if you would have gone on that, like who knows where you would have ended up.
Yeah. I know there was this time too. So I was busking in Balboa Park and this guy comes up to me and he goes, "Oh my God, I want to help you. I can get you a interview with Atlantic Records." And I like went down that road with him for a while and he ended up being like a freak liar. I sent him $5,000 of my dad's money.
Sorry, Dad.
I mean, he did get me into Atlantic Records and everything, but it was just so weird and shady. Yeah. It was before house music. I was like acoustic girl at that time, you know, and they asked me back to come songwrite and I went back to songwrite, but then I didn't have like a producer with me. And then this guy pulled in a producer and it was just this weird, like, shadiness. He like lied to the producer about paying him and all these weird things where I was like, this is not for me. Like this LA music industry just always rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the music industry is one of the toughest industries for that reason. Exactly. I mean, I don't even know how do you start to even begin to like rifle through the bullshit? Like there's so many disingenuous people out there that don't have your best interest at heart.
Exactly.
Or that maybe like want to run a certain way with an event that you don't agree with. Like, how do you even navigate that?
I don't even know.
I don't know. Have you ever had like a really crazy experience besides that one? Like maybe with an event or like anything at all besides just the crazy boy from Atlantic Records?
I mean, that was probably because I spent $5,000, you know, and everyone I've talked to about that, they're like, you should have never paid for an audition. Like never.
Yeah.
And so that one crushed my soul and just like gave me the ick, you know?
I'm sure that like deter
and so that put a wall up for sure. But that just also made me realize that like I want to make my own path and it's okay. And I don't need that. I don't need big labels. I don't care. I'm just literally making music because I love it and because it's fun and like so I can perform and get it out there a little bit, but I don't need that bullshit.
No, you don't. You better than that bullshit.
Yeah.
It's just sad that like there's just people out there that exist to just like take and use and abuse. You're like, fuck you, I'm trying to create something magical for people.
Yeah.
And you're out here just taking a big dookie on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fuck him. What's his name? Let's find
No, I don't even, that's the thing is I'm like scared of him. I don't even want to say his name.
I'm just joking. Well, if I find him,
he'll come get me.
I'll end him if that happens. Okay, so I feel like, at least in my opinion, it seems like in the past 2 years, I have just been seeing so many more women on lineups, or just like headlining their own club show, or like a women like or these April references are probably not a good idea.
It's principle.
Yeah. Or like 3, like you know, a whole night booked out for like women DJs.
Yeah.
I feel like that's definitely a trend that's coming up. I've been seeing a lot more, even just like in big lineups or even songs coming out, or like in Boiler Room, a ton more women. Do you think, have you seen that trend going upward, or do you feel like San Diego still has some work to do in that aspect?
I mean, I feel like the whole world has some work to do for sure. And the fact that like including women is a trend and not just like a thing.
That's what I mean. Like sometimes it feels like disingenuous, but you're like, no, I'd rather see them up there than not. So whatever your intentions are.
No, I've definitely been in rooms where they're like, we need at least one girl on the lineup. Who's it going to be?
Like,
and then we're like, let's pay her $100 where we pay everyone else $500. It irks me so
That's
much.
so
And I
infuriating.
see it so much. But it's beautiful because we're here. We're
Right.
here to take up space. We are here to be on those lineups, and there is opportunity for us. And it sucks that it has to be that way, but at the end of the day, it's still an opportunity, and I love to see it. And we're going to Austin, Texas for Babe Stock, which is a full female music festival.
I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped.
Yeah, I'm excited.
My cousin told me that the bar it's at, it's like the big gay bar on Austin. Yes. I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's like non-binary and all gender, not all gender, but like female
it's inclusive,
focused.
Yeah. I'm obsessed with that.
Yeah.
And I know like a lot of people out there, especially with like today's politics, like will be like, why does this need to be a thing? Why do we need to make it a thing? And like you said, that's the exact reason, to give them a spot at the table so that then those conversations become obsolete.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the reason DEI exists, I get it. Like you don't want to feel like you're being passed up over something just because of the way somebody looks or the gender they were assigned. But like these things need to happen.
Yeah.
Because if not, then they're left in the wind, or it's uneven pay or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
the pay inequality too is crazy. Like, and we've started, my friend Courtney and I, Blue Jade Music, we've started this group called Electronic Divas. And we have a group. Yeah. And we have a group chat pretty much of all the female DJs in San Diego. And like, we'll obviously cheer each other on and share booking opportunities and stuff. But it's also talking about like nightclubs to stay away from, people that don't pay you, lineups that don't, pay you some lineup people don't even pay at all, like
I've heard of recently like small festivals being like, you pay us like $50.
Oh, buy a ticket and we'll put you on the lineup.
Yeah, that kind of shit.
Yeah. So
what?
What?
No,
that's not
like,
how
are
it
you
works.
high?
Yeah.
That's
I mean, I feel like the music industry has become so prevalent in today's world, and women are too, and we're just making our way into that. And there's just definitely a lot of work that needs to be done, but we're getting there and we're fighting for it. Like I'm part of a lot of different women focused groups that are like fighting to make sure that we are there on the table as well.
I mean, even for me, it's so cool to see like women producers out there. Cause like, yeah, you'll see like DJs and singers and stuff, but just seeing women like actually like be like making songs, doing the thing, it's just so fucking cool.
Yeah.
I mean, like dominating a male space industry is difficult, but like the girls who are doing it and like being a household name, like everybody knows who fucking Peggy Goo is. Right? Like it's just so, I think that's so fucking cool.
And I just like walking into a bar and seeing a girl DJ, I'm like,
yeah, like you.
But if it were a dude, I'm like, all right.
No, it's so.
But a lot of people feel that they're like, a girl's doing it. Let's go.
It's just, it is. It's more empowering. It's more fun. You see a hot girl up there shaking her ass. It makes me want to get on the dance floor. I don't want to see some frowny man with a mustache and backwards hat being like, I'm so cool.
Play Fisher.
Being a bitch. As the podcast's all about inclusivity and being authentic, and I'm just like roasting people. Oh God. Well, I think this is a perfect segue to kind of talk about the brand that you and your amazing, amazing fiance, Chris Duty, are making. What kind of was what was the motivation for you two to start your own record label and brand? I feel like already it's tough to be in a relationship, so like adding that extra layer of business and your passion to it, I mean that's a big decision. How's it been going? It's
been fun. I mean, we moved in together about 2 years ago, and we built out a whole music studio in our house, and
I love that studio.
Every song that we have is together, and so to release everything that says Chris Grooves or Chris Diaz and Jenny Voss, I don't know. It came a point where we're like, let's do this. Let's go all in on us. And like, especially getting engaged, I feel like had a big piece of it too. Cause it's just like, we're going all in on us. And this to me was like forever. This isn't just a music collab, a couple songs here and there. It's like, we're doing this for life. And we love performing together too. Like, cause I'm a newer DJ. He's been DJing for like 10, 15 years.
So good.
He's so good. And I feel so comfortable DJing with him, because if I ever like mess up a little, he's like, got it, girl, we good, let's go. And I get to focus. Oh gosh, if I have too many spritzes. but that way I can focus on singing too. And like, he's always felt that way, that I add so much more to his sets because he's a man playing music, we've all seen it. But he's always called me his secret weapon to his sets to like really bring up the energy, and so we're just going all in. And then I've always wanted to own a record label, and he has too, and it just made sense timing wise to just launch both of it and have it kind of tie both of our artistries into it at once. And
I mean, you two are a fucking power couple.
I love it.
That's so beautiful. You. I mean, just to get sappy, I remember the first time I met Chris, and I was telling the story that like at his birthday, was New Year's Day. What was that, 2021?
Yeah,
when
I think so.
We went to Mission Beach at the Airbnb with his family and friends, and you two were like DJing it on the mic, and I was like, I'm watching these two fall in love.
Yeah, we literally fell in love like at that moment. I swear to God.
Was so beautiful. I remember obviously we're on a little bit of mushrooms, but I remember like looking at Brigitte and I'm like, are you seeing what I'm fucking seeing? She's like, dude, I know. Like, I was like, this is getting crazy.
Yeah.
They're in love.
Because we had met and we had like made music, but we both like weren't ready for relationships. And so we like took our space and did our own things. But that was the first time we like saw each other after a couple months. And we were like, what are we doing? And his whole family, after that too, his whole family was like, what are you guys doing? And you guys were like, why aren't you dating? What's going on? Yeah. And after that, we're like, all right, I guess we're in.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Happy to peer pressure in that instance. Yeah. Anytime for you too. Well, between that, I mean, like you both have like other, I mean, it's not like you both have other means of income. Mm-hmm. You both have same friend groups, different friend groups. Yeah. You also have you just have so much going on individually as artists and together as artists. Like, how do you guys navigate your relationship building and spending time together? I feel like that's something that Jack and I really struggled with last year, with making time with the family stuff going on, with, each having different pursuits and passion, having our own careers. Like, it really was easy to kind of put each other in autopilot mode. Yeah. Like, I feel like you and Chris do a really good job of that not happening. How do you tell me your secret?
I feel like we're just each other's best friends, and like living together makes it easier because every morning and every night we spend together, and we do make it a point to like make dinner together and enjoy it and talk about what we're grateful for while we have that dinner. And then we go upstairs and spend time in the studio together, so we do
go upstairs and fuck.
That too sometimes. But I feel like I'm always around him. So I feel like we're always building our relationship, and even though I am working a lot or doing events, most of it, like aside from real estate, is with him, like the events are with him, the DJ sets are with him. So we're together a lot.
No button heads?
But we do make it a point to go on a date night every month.
Oh, I love that.
So we always have date night.
Do you guys do a specific thing or go to a restaurant?
Well, we love Cheesecake Factory. That is like our guilty pleasure. So I know. We're like so suburbia because we live in Mission Valley, which is like we're Buffalo Wild Wings.
I mean, fuck it. That's what I mean. That's how Jack got his nickname Jack Daddy. Was Buffalo Wild Wings. They had a big Jack Daddy burger. And I was like, it's you.
Hey, that's hilarious. Yeah, we love trashy food. Yeah, that is our bonding. But
my favorite restaurant is Taco Bell.
Yeah, and the one thing Chris and I fight over is he doesn't like Taco Bell.
Yeah. Well,
so
I mean,
that's when I call you.
Diaz, his family's probably like, how dare you get that? Get that blasphemous, blasphemous American Mexican out of here.
But we make it a point to like his family. Our families are so important to us, and I don't know. I feel like just at the end of the day, like, seeing his family is a treat for both him and I, and so that's like, because that drive is always fun, and that's where we get a lot of bonding time too, is like on the road. And so,
and then parenting Goose.
Yeah. And then Goose, it changed our lives. He literally turned us into mommy and daddy.
You guys are mommy and daddy.
We're Goose's mom and dad.
Goosey. Yeah. I miss Goosey.
I miss him.
He's sweet, sweet boy.
Well, I don't miss him because I see him every day, but I should have brought him.
I miss him. We'd have been interviewed Goose.
Yeah, I thought about it, but he would have been like,
yeah. He absolutely is he's a big sniffer.
He's a curious George.
Do you two, I mean, like, I feel like Jack and I can hardly cook a meal together without being like, I think we should do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, do you two ever find that let's walk away if we're making a song. We're button heads if we're not seeing things eye to eye.
So the music studio is like the only place where we really butt heads, which is so funny. But oh yeah, baby. But yeah, I just feel like because music is so subjective.
Like ASMR. Sorry, it's like.
Music is, I make music based off what I think, and I write music based off of my stories, and he does the same thing, and we're both pretty opinionated in the music space. And so yeah, that's the one place where we butt heads. He's like, I think it should be this way, and I'm like, I think it should be that way. And then I'll write lyrics, and I guess it's the opposite of subject. I'm super objective about my lyrics. Like I'll write it and he'll be like, I don't like that. And I'll be like, fuck you. I like that. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and find a different wife then, honey. Cause I wrote it. But I need to learn to like let go of my ego in the studio sometimes.
Well, he does
too. Yeah. We both get at each other's necks sometimes. In the studio. It's funny. It's the only place where we ever really
you
fight.
Leave it there. It doesn't pour over.
Yeah. As soon as we walk out, we're like, I'm sorry. I love you. It's okay. Yeah, it's just music. We're just so passionate about our music,
And that's a good thing. That's how it should be, right? I mean, and when you're passionate about something, like it can get intense.
Yeah.
If it wasn't, I'd be concerned.
Yeah. And if you believe in it so much, it's for a reason. No, but we both believe in things for different reasons.
I mean,
so to make it one song is tough.
How is it collabing on events? I mean, like you kind of mentioned, like when you sat in a room with people and they're being like, women, we need to add a woman to this lineup. Like, I feel like it would help to have Chris in your corner, right? Like he's one, well connected, and two, he like loves the event scene so much and he's good at it. Yeah. Like I feel like he would be a good man to have in your corner during those issues.
Well,
no.
Yeah.
Oh, spill the tea.
No. He should be a good man in my corner to fight for women's pay equality for sure. But I see it even in our events where it's like, oh, let's pay Neil Francis $20,000, but let's pay Annabelle England $2,000. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm like, how is that okay?
Reverse skydiving is only worth $2,000.
Literally. So that literally makes my blood boil.
Yeah.
Instances like that, which are serious and they happen, and everyone thinks that that's okay. I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm like, I need a moment to process that.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's 10 times different pay.
I know.
That's not like 75 cents of the dollar. That is 10 fucking times.
I know. And I don't know where these numbers came from. Why? I don't even get it. So
that's like I need a moment of silence.
Yeah. We might have to edit that out because that's bad.
Yeah, no, whatever you need.
No. Let people hear it.
I think that's important.
It's bad.
No, that's important to fucking
hear.
So it really is, because like that at the heart is like what the crux of the issue is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's blasphemous.
Mm-hmm. I know. So, but planning events with him is really fun. Yeah. Other than that, but I was like really impressed because I come from a background of In the Bag Productions. I'm sure a lot of you know, like In the Bag is one of the most incredible design production event companies that came out of San Diego.
So unique. It's just like the most different thing that I've ever experienced in my life. Mm-hmm. Background In the Bag. It was started by you, Brigitte, Tori.
It was started by Nate and Mario, and then Lindsay, Tori came on board, and then they brought Brigitte and I on board for help, and then we brought Amber and Clinton on board. So it's kind of become this, and then Jack's been on board. You've been on board.
I just kind of float around, but
we need floaters, okay? Yeah. But it's become this really beautiful bag of people, and they're all creative and they're all fun. And it really started from like, oh, we all just moved here. We need to figure out how to book ourselves as DJs. Let's throw our own parties.
Well, that's kind of like the idea behind Lovers Groove too.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like, fuck this. Like we can do this, and we can do this better.
And same with Lovers Groove Records is like, oh, should we chase after big labels who are going to take half of the pay? Or should we just release our own music and do our own marketing because we know how to do marketing and keep all of our money? So, but yeah, In the Bag was such a pivotal moment of my life and my career and my event, space too.
Kind of set the stage, if you will.
if you will. Absolutely. And it was just so fun. But now, so our CEO, Nate, is now Dom Dalla's manager. So he's just traveling the world with Dom Dalla, which is...
It's fucking nuts. Like, sometimes I just it takes a moment. I just take a step back and look at all the things that have changed in my life since moving to San Diego and meeting all of you. And I'm just this is wild. It is just wild to watch your friends accomplish such amazing things. I'm always in awe of you. Watching Brigitte take off with the breathwork stuff.
Watching you with your podcast just absolutely flourish.
And then Nate with Dondala, and even just seeing everybody do the damn thing. It's just so cool. Mario gets booked all the time. Mowgli gets booked. It's just it's another reason why I started this. I was like, well, I gotta fucking do something. Everybody,
you're like, I gotta bring a podcast on the table. No one's got a podcast yet.
Well, you can talk a lot, and
you love to yap,
and you have a horrifying roller coaster of a life. May as well monetize it.
Hey, it works, baby. It works.
I know it's very Gen Z mindset of me, but whatever.
But yeah, we've kind of put the bag on ice while all of us have been doing so many other things. But getting back into the event space with Lovers Groove has made me want to do in the bag even more.
Your guys'
let's get back to the bag, baby.
I know. Your guys' event, though, on Valentine's Day weekend was so fucking fun.
Yeah.
It was so good.
So I pulled a little bit of in the bag in with a little bit of decor, not nearly as much as we would do within the bag, but just a little bit of decor, a little bit of funky activation stuff.
Yeah.
Vendors like you. We had live tattoos there too. We had the live podcast, which was so fun.
Beat to May, my Bite Me tattoo. I can't believe it.
I love my tattoo.
Yeah, yours is so cute.
It's hilarious. Chris was supposed to get matching one and then sat down and then ran away because he had to surf that week. I'm like, okay, so we're not getting matching tattoos.
Meanwhile, I decide at 1 a.m. I'm like, I'll get a Bite Me tattoo on my goddamn neck. What am I doing?
That's why tattoos at events are a little dangerous, right?
I was sober. I just have this spontaneous streak in me sometimes when it comes out, and it's really impulsive. I think it's a trauma response where I'm I must do this. I'm so crazy.
I must get this.
And then after I finish it, I'm like, what? Mid tattoo, Jack walked over. He's like, you are frowning. I'm like, why am I doing this?
Mid tattoo, not even when it was over. You're like, oh God, I regret it. Girl, why am I here?
It's just
that's funny. Well,
something we're working through, I guess.
Yeah, impulse is fun. I have impulse decisions all the time.
You're impulsive?
Well, I'm so indecisive that I'm like, fuck it, pick something and move. And I usually pick the wrong thing because I don't think about it.
That's kind of what I do too. Actually, this is a perfect segue. I was talking to my therapist. That's actually why I sent you that love letter.
Oh, that was sweet.
Was it Wednesday? No, Thursday. And we're doing EMDR. I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's kind of
you've taught me
kind of child work. You talk about these oldest memories you can remember, having a specific visceral reaction to something, and just came up with safe people in your life, people who you love and honor.
Yeah.
And you were that for me. One of my best friends in the world. And she said there's something what do you want to work on? What is something that you feel in your current adult space that you're not doing great at? And I was I feel my indecisiveness leads to impulsive decisions. But mainly my boundary setting. I feel I'm just constantly saying yes, spreading myself too thin. And then I kind of get into this mindset of I'm not doing enough because I'm not completing all these.
Yeah.
It feels
you're picking it up but not finishing it before you put it down and move to the next.
Exactly. And it all kind of stemmed from events from my childhood, obviously. Which is just wild to think about that sometimes they're minuscule moments, sometimes they're extremely pivotal moments or milestones that set it off. But do you feel you have any of that within your past? I feel I know a little bit about your background and your childhood. You've had multiple sets of step siblings, right? You've had parents divorced, remarried, divorced again. I feel that would kind of impact how you present yourself on stage, right? How you kind of want to evolve and show yourself. Right?
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I'm like, man, am I just on stage for attention because I never got it as a kid?
Well, no, you're on stage because you're fucking talented and we beg you to be on stage. But I get it. I'm sure that's a very real feeling.
I mean, many things too where I also can't say no to anything. And I don't know, I haven't clicked that with childhood trauma quite yet. I think it's it may be masking. Yeah, I'm absolutely a people pleaser. My dad was too, though. And I learned that from him. But I just always want people to be happy around me.
Mhm.
And I was always kind of the mediator growing up when like so many things were blowing up around me. And I always wanted to just keep the peace, and there never was, you know?
Mhm.
So that's one. And then just, I don't know where the doing so much comes from. It might just mask to cover up what's not been done,
Yeah.
you know? But yeah, so a little bit of background is my parents divorced when I was 5, and my mom left for another man, and we grew up with my dad. My dad got custody of us, and then he quickly just married the next woman that walked in front of him so that she could take care of us kids. And she had her own trauma and her own things, her own baggage. She had 4 kids from 2 different husbands, and we all just kind of, and that was the bulk of my childhood, was with this family. And it was like 3rd grade through college, really.
Mhm.
And it was just a house of like unrest, like not, our parents weren't in love. My dad was a workaholic. He was always working. She was always mad because he was working. She was always yelling at at her kids. She would spend all my dad's money on her kids, never us. And so I felt super neglected. And I longed for this relationship with my mom, and we got to see her like once every couple months, but it was never enough.
Never
and
like an actual maternal relationship.
Yeah, and it was just like a couple days, and then that was it. And I just have longed my whole life for like that mother-daughter relationship that I never really had. And yeah.
I mean, I think that makes a lot of sense, like with the people pleasing tendencies, because you want your house, you didn't feel safe in your household, right? You said you felt neglected, and then you also felt like I'm fighting for attention. I'm not getting like that exposure to this parental, needs. And I feel like that's where people pleasing comes in, because you feel like if I keep the peace, if I'm agreeable, if I'm doing the right thing, then like I won't have that conflict.
Yeah.
And it's not great, because that rolls over into your fucking adulthood. I mean, we're living, breathing examples of that.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very, very big deprogramming that needs to happen. It's not going to happen overnight.
Yeah. But then after that, after like growing into a teenager, then my teenager years set in, and I was a menace. Like, I was a rebel. Anything my parents said, I was like, fuck you.
So I talked about this on my episode too, and I said that to my therapist. Like, I was the worst. I was so rebellious. I was a menace. Like, and when I was in college, I was just like this unstoppable monster, flushing everything that moved, putting everything in my nose and mouth. And that sounded a lot better than I meant it to sound, but I wanted to put it well.
Yeah, no.
We were
just teenagers. Yeah.
We have to give ourselves grace.
I know, but I look back at those times and I'm like, God. And my dad always says, it's like, I don't know how you turned out so good, Jen. You were really bad there for a while.
I know, my mom's sick. I'm so worried about her. My fucking badass grandpa, Pap Tony, the gangster, was like,
traffic canny.
He was like, she's gonna be fucking fine, Cindy.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's cute.
I think that's what shapes us, right?
Yeah.
And I think you had every right to act out. That's not an easy situation to be in at all, Jenny.
Yeah. And then when my dad and stepmom divorced, and he divorced her the second I moved out of the house, because he was like, oh, she's good, I can go. Like, me and my brother were out of the house, and then he's like, what am I doing here? I can go. And so divorced her. And at that moment is when I went into college, and I was like, from here on out, like, I want to control my environment. I only want to be around people that are good. I only want to like bring good vibes, but it was like a moment where I was like, no more lying, stealing, cheating around me. Like, no more of that. And that was just a pivotal moment too, where I finally like lived on my own. I wasn't a product of my environment. I wasn't surrounded by all this not baggage, because there's baggage everywhere, but it was just finally living for me. And that's what the rest of my life has been, is like being able to control my environment and make it good. And
I think that's really beautiful and really well said. Like, there's so many people that take these hardships and it's like, oh, why me?
Yeah.
And like, don't get me wrong, I wallow in that space every so often. Like, it happens, right? But like, the fact that you take that as a lesson to be like, I know I don't want my life to look like this, and here are the things I'm going to do to fucking make sure it doesn't happen. And like, that's when you get grateful for even the bad moments, right?
Yeah.
Because like they were like stepping stones to like who you became.
Yeah. And speaking of grateful, that's kind of when like I read The Secret for the first time and learned about the law of attraction.
Wait, what's The Secret? I've never read it.
Oh,
How have I never read it? Missing out.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's the movie on it and it's kind of cheesy, but it's like it's about the law of attraction to like whatever you put out, you get back. And like no wonder I kept getting shit back because I kept getting shit back out because I was so unhappy, you know, and it just teaches you to be grateful for the things you have. And even if you don't have them yet, like list out what you want and never talk about things negatively because the universe is listening and whatever you talk about will manifest.
Wait, I love this.
Oh my gosh, I need to get you this book.
Wait,
this book changed my life.
I'm so woo-woo and I'm
oh my gosh. I just feel like everyone who's enlightened like you are has read this book. So let me get this for you. That's your next present.
I'm kind of like embarrassed I haven't read this.
No.
I'm such a phony.
No. But it was just, that was the big change in my life too, was that book for sure.
Wait, that's amazing. I think it just speaks to the power, like the women that we surround ourselves with, like, right? Like we have turned these like absolute obstacles into like stepping stones of like, how do I fucking overcome this and how do I make myself better and like the people around me better from it. And that's huge.
I think things happen to people and you either let it make you better or you let it destroy you, you know? And what are you going to take? It's a 50-50 chance.
Right. And on top of it, like, that's why I love, like, wanted to start this podcast. Like, sometimes people hear, you know, our stories, like, oh my God, like your dad said, can't believe you turned out okay. Like, don't say that to me. When people say that to me, I'm like, I turn out amazing because I'm fucking amazing, motherfucker. Not to your dad.
By putting work, dog.
To your dad.
No, my dad is great.
Oh, he's amazing. But I digress. It's really important to be able to like take yourself not that serious. We all go through shit. Some of it's really intense, some of it's not as intense, but like it's what you can transpire from that. It's what you like. I've been saying this in my yoga classes lately. Like I feel like there's a really big push of like release what's no longer serving you. Like I kind of look at it as more of like a composting. And one of my very first yoga teachers, Michelle, taught me this. Like instead of throwing it away and like acting like it's not there, like regenerate it, regrow it into something positive. So like laugh at it. If you're not laughing, you're crying. Like make this something empowering. Make this something silly. Make this something beautiful. Like it doesn't have to be that serious all the fucking time. Even though it was a serious, serious moment in your life.
Yeah. But now we can laugh about it.
And be strong.
Yeah.
I think also a really important part of this journey for you is like the regrowth and the rebirth of your relationship with your mom. You had mentioned she left at a very young age and your dad had custody, which is pretty rare. So
I know, very rare.
Like what the dynamics probably were within the family, which you know is not the norm for most people. I mean, I would love for you to just, if you're comfortable with this, to speak about this because as someone who like lost their mom super young, I felt very much like I never had the opportunity to rebuild a relationship that needed to regrow. I still had a lovely, lovely relationship with my mom, but I knew it could have been deeper. How's that been going? This regrowth and this like forgiveness journey with your mom?
It's been good. Yeah. I feel like I've always forgave her. Like I've never really been, and I feel like my brother was older when everything happened. And so he kind of had a little more angst towards her and he's a little more sensitive than I am too.
That
and
happens
so
to a lot of older siblings.
Yeah.
As an older sibling.
So I was kind of always the mediator between them too, you know? But I always longed for my mom, like longed for that relationship. And it's funny because I feel like, and I just put this 2 and 2 together like a couple years ago, but I feel like I'm like chasing this singing thing so much because like that's me and my mom's thing, you know? And like I always have to have my nails done because my mom told me I always have to have my nails done. And so like the little things that she's given me, I've like latched onto, you know?
I mean, I get that, especially if that was I don't want to call it a gaping hole in your life or an absence in your life, but like that makes sense.
Yeah. But there was a moment, like a really pivotal moment for both her and I's relationship and her and my brother's relationship. And it was Mother's Day, like probably 8 or 10 years ago. And she was saying like, your brother never talks to me. It's a 2-way road. Like he needs to call me. And I'm like, no, you're the mother. You're the one who left.
Yeah.
You call him every day until he wants to call you back, you know? And I'm like, we didn't have, and because it was at the time where I had just found out that my brother was pregnant, and like, not my brother was pregnant. You know what I mean? My sister-in-law was pregnant with my brother was having his first baby.
Yeah.
And I was so emotionally distraught because their first time when they were pregnant, they actually miscarried. And I had lost it because I was so excited, but I was one of the only ones who knew, and my mom didn't know at that point. And so I was really being defensive with my brother and stuff, but I pretty much was like, Mom, we need you now more. Like, there's nothing we can do to change what the past has been. All you can do is like move forward and be better from here on out. And I was like, we need you so bad, like more than you fucking know, you know? And since then it's been really beautiful. Like she's she's just there for us all the time. Like we talk every week. She's so good with my nephews, and she's just here. And, you know, like we've wanted her to be for so long. And I think she lived her life in so much regret, and she felt so bad about like leaving that she just let it destroy her instead of like making it better. And like, you know, just kept saying, oh, well, he doesn't want me or she doesn't want me around. And I'm like, no, we do. Yeah. We need you. Make an effort.
It's just going to take time.
Yeah.
These
things
don't mend overnight.
Yeah, for sure. And so she's put in the time, and she's like one of my best friends now. So it's really beautiful.
That truly is. I'm so happy for you guys. I feel like, honestly, the best relationships can be reforged from something like that, right?
Yeah.
Like you now know she knows the value, and she knows what you guys need from her. And I feel like this is just like, it's really just the beginning for you guys.
And and it's funny, like, cause I'm 34 now, and I keep having like these dreams, or I had this Reiki session with Rebecca where I like woke up and I was holding a baby and it was sucking on my nose. And I cannot wait to have a baby to like rewrite this message of like the mother, daughter, or even if it's a son, both, you know, like that. Cause yes, I have a relationship with her now, and this is where we're kind of opposite, where it's like, I wish you could have that relationship with your mom, but you're so lucky you had her like in your formative years, you know, when you were growing up, because those make you who you are today. And like to not have a mother during those really times when I needed her so much, you know, I like can't wait to just have my own little baby.
Yeah, you're so right. I like what a perspective shift for me. I've never even thought of that. Like me and my mom butt heads a lot, and like she had a tough time. Obviously it wasn't easy with my dad and stuff, and she was sick a lot, but like I had a lot of misplaced anger towards her, which she was just doing her fucking best. Dude.
Yeah. And that's what they're just doing their best.
Yeah.
My parents were 19 when my mom was 19 when she got married. Like she didn't know what she was doing.
It's so easy to get caught up in it when you're young and be like, fuck you. Like you're supposed to be the parent, but when you become their age,
I wouldn't know what I was doing then. I feel like I didn't even know who I really was until like 28.
I feel like I figured it out last year.
Like I'm still really figuring it out, but you know, like finally I can stand on my own 2 feet and like know who I am without others.
Yeah. And I just think that's really beautiful. And you're right. Like the grass is greener, but like it's so important because like my mom instilled so much in me. You're right. Yeah. Like my mom like did not take shit. She was like a 5'2" firecracker. I mean,
that's what you are, baby. Well, you're 5'4", right?
I'm 5'3" and a half. Thank you so much
for that extra half a bit.
So my BMI is so much better now. No, she was amazing. I mean, did she have her vices? Of course, but like she just taught me what it meant, what strength was. Right? Yeah. Like she, like in the face of adversity, like powering through and like figuring it out, and like the resilience of family, like how you can lean on it. So you're right. Like there is just some really. I can't wait to see you become a mom.
Oh, I know. I can't wait for it too.
In the journey of forgiveness though, I feel like you said, like you had to set the mood, right? Like, no, mom, you need to show up. Like, I forgive you, but like you need to do the work.
Yeah.
How is it when you decide to forgive somebody? Like, how does the boundary setting go with that? Because that's something I personally have struggled with, like letting my dad back in my life. Sometimes I feel like I let guilt trips happen, or like I have a really hard time being like, actually, Dad, I'm going to refocus my energy here because I still don't feel X, Y, Z here. It's not something that comes easy to me at all. How are you navigating that with your mom or anybody really?
Well, I'm a big forgiver, but never forgetter. Okay. Right? Yeah. Like you can forgive someone and like, it's all good. Let's keep it going, you know, but you can't forget like how many times they've made you feel that way. So it's just, but that's also a way to like keep a wall up,
Yeah.
But like, it just kind of reminds me of, I remember one of my first years in real estate, I went to this conference and who was it? Elena Cardone was speaking. And she was like, for the longest time, I had this like, don't need no man attitude, like trust nobody, independent woman, boss bitch. And she's like, I was on top of the world until I realized that.
Really?
What? I'm lonely, but that's a form of trauma. People have taught us that we can't rely on them, and
it's called hyper independence.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hyper independent. It's really bad. I'm sure you like, I feel like that happens with a lot of powerful women.
Yeah, that's definitely happened to me. And I've like broken down these walls to like let Chris in, and because because her husband is Grant Cardone, who's like one of the most powerful entrepreneurs in the world too. And she's like, we can go so much higher together, where me as an independent woman could only get this far. With him together, like it's to the fucking moon, And that message has always stuck with me, where I'm like, yeah, I need to let down these walls and let people in, and learn to trust people, and learn to delegate things, and learn to say no to certain things, and let people take over, and trust people and let them support me. And yeah, it's hard.
The work does not stop.
No.
Sis. I mean, that's something, this, like me and Jack had a really difficult year last year.
Yeah.
And we like we called it our sabbatical. A little time off. And like, that was my biggest thing. Like he obviously had his issues too, but my hyper independence and like not being willing to like let him help or speak my truth when I was feeling a certain way. So I was like, no, I need to be this because of how we grew up, right? You see people struggling, you see, I don't want this to be my life. I don't want to be my parents. I don't want to ever be in the position that they put themselves in. So I'm going to create this life for myself. And it's beautiful, right? We've created,
and no one can ruin it because it's mine.
And we've created these beautiful, full lives. And that's something to be proud of. But that doesn't mean that we need to do it alone. Always.
Yeah.
And I think that's such a deprogramming thing to learn. I said that already, but like your operating system is built in that fight or flight when you're a kid. Like, this is how I protect myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you're like, oh God, I'm alone and I need help.
Help. Someone help me. Love me. Hold me.
I know, but look how far we've come.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Yeah.
We're killing it.
How many high fives are we going to do in this episode?
High fives. I've been making ASMR. Like clicking our glasses. I love it. Last question before we do our dirty.
Oh, fun. Okay.
Do you feel like you have rewritten the definition of family at all? Because like for me, my chosen family is like you guys, like right? Like James, Caitlin, Kelsey, my friends from Ohio, like everybody in San Diego, the Tom crew, like that has really helped me redefine family. Like, do you feel like that's happened to you along the way as well?
Absolutely, yeah. Our friends are our chosen family for sure, and like you guys light up my life so much that like I don't need that much more. But family is so beautiful and important too, and I think Chris has really instilled that back in me, and that like believing in family, because he has such like a strong family, and they're all close, and all of his aunts and uncles and cousins live together. And I noticed like growing up too, I would always latch on to like my friends or my boyfriends' families, because I was like, I need this. I want this. And literally all my ex-boyfriends, their moms, I love them so much. Like I was seeking family where I couldn't find it. But I've also like been able and been fortunate enough to like rebuild this family with my family, even if it wasn't from the get-go perfect. But it's been forgiven. And you know what? One thing, it's funny, me and Holland were on a little walk and talk today about this. And because her parents stayed together for the kids, but my parents divorced for themselves and selfishly made us live through their love life, And would I have it? The grass is greener on which other side, right? But because she's like, man, I had to live there with my parents who didn't love each other, but stayed together. Would I have rather like been through that and had that come down on me and become not very believing in love, because I was raised in a house of not love, which I kind of was in a sense too, but like, I admire my mom because she didn't settle, like,
yeah.
So I don't blame her, like she taught me to never settle unless it's true love. And that was always something that I believed in from the get-go, is like, there was this quote that was, love. There's so many things in life that are mediocre and love should not be one of them.
Oh,
yeah.
that's so beautiful.
That has stuck with me.
So fucking true. Like, I remember, it's so interesting you bring that up too. Like, I remember my mom forgiving my dad over and over again. And it was for a sense of security, right? Like, keep the family together. Also, she was sick. We wanted to make sure me and Jordan had some semblance of normalcy. But like, there are points, I'm sure, when your dad finally divorced too, you were like, you could have done this way longer.
Yeah, hello, we didn't need that.
Yeah, like, sometimes it's better to just rip the fucking Band-Aid.
Yeah, and go find your happiness. Like,
and like, don't let us live through your suffering, because we can see your suffering. Yeah. And we're suffering because of your.
Yeah. Both my parents are in happy, beautiful marriages now. And like, they're so happy that we all coexist. Like, my nephews have birthdays, and both mom's side of the family and dad's side of the family comes. And so it's found its peace, which is really beautiful. But now I'm building my own family too, which I've always waited for, with Goose. Our son Goose.
Oh my God, you're going to be an amazing mom one day. I mean, like, as much as I can't wait for a Jenny Voss Christia's baby, selfishly, I'm like, but we gotta still go to Ibiza.
Yeah, I know.
We could be like Fisher and Chloe, and them. Yeah, we're gonna have a hot little rave baby bumping around with us.
It's so funny because we had like a scare the other day where I woke up and threw up randomly, and we both were like, "We're not ready. We're still not ready." And I'm like, Jesus, I'm 34, and I'm still like, might pull the plug.
Me and Jackson when we were in our couples therapy session, she's like, "Do you guys see marriage in the future?" I'm like, "Oh, my child bride."
I know.
Like, you're almost 32. And yeah, if I got pregnant, I'd be like, "Teen mom?" I don't think so.
We're geriatrics at this point.
No, 30 is the new 20.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like, we can have babies at 40. Jack's mom had Wilson at 40.
Yeah. Like, and even just like we have friends, Chanel and Jose, who bring their baby Kalia with them literally everywhere. And it's so fun.
She's the best.
Yeah. And that's made us all realize that like we can do it and still party.
And we all somewhere to put our stuff because the stroller is there.
And they have 3 babysitters because we all want to hold her.
Oh my God. Yeah, when she comes to the cab, like when we go skiing, she's there, I'm like, this is the best.
And it makes it feel so wholesome. We have dogs, we have kids, and we're drinking tequila.
That's what I mean. And then you see like DJs, like the lives they're living, like the Darling Shine podcast, like Elodie and like Chloe. It's so cool. They bring their daughters. Yeah. They're just they're engraved with it. They grow up with it. I think it's just so cool.
It's life. That's our chosen family.
I used to be like team no kids, and like obviously my own mortality set in, and now I'm like, oh, I could have a fun little baby. My baby would be
those big old blue eyes. Oh, that button nose.
I looked like E.T.
No, you did not. I've seen pictures of you. You're fucking adorable.
No, my mom literally said it was until I got like 2 or 3 because I looked like a blow up because I was so skinny and had like big bulgy eyes and lips and a little nose. She's like, you literally look like E.T.
So I was a fat baby. I was pretty much almost 10 pounds.
Holy shit.
Yeah, my poor mother. I was 9 pounds, 6 ounces. And seriously, that is hilarious. No, that's so funny.
The podcast is over for it.
My mom's gonna laugh at that one.
She's canceled.
That's hilarious.
I'm just kidding.
I ripped her vagina open, and then I had like patches. I had like red, black, blonde hair. And she was like, "What is this?" Yeah, no wonder.
Look at you now. You're the most beautiful creature on this planet.
My dad still doesn't realize how it turned out so good.
Like the patchy.
Yikes.
Oh my God. That's too funny. Please don't cancel me,
That's
everybody.
So funny. That's funny.
My God. Okay. Baby, dirty laundry.
Let's air it, baby.
Air that shit.
Fun. Okay.
Worst DJ request you've ever gotten at song. Worst DJ request song you've ever gotten at a party.
It's Britney, bitch.
Yeah.
No, I mean, mid house set, someone says, "Can you please play Pink Pony Club?" I'm like, come on.
Read the room.
Not now.
Read the room.
But funniest request was a middle-aged white blonde woman, and she was like, "Can you play Back That Ass Up?" I'm like, fuck yeah, for you.
Yeah, of course I can. As long as you back that ass up. Back it up like a dump truck. If you could give a TED Talk on any subject that wasn't real estate or music, what would it be?
Oh boy. I have nothing else to talk about.
Shut the front door.
Dating a DJ. Oh, it's kind of music
that's
related.
amazing. I love that.
Okay.
How to date a DJ.
Yeah.
I feel like that's really niche and difficult.
It's difficult.
Yeah. I mean, we both do it.
Yeah,
DJ
we
Wives.
got it. Yeah.
What are those called? Wags?
Oh, I want to start a podcast called DJ Wives someday. So
Done.
once this goes off, we need more sponsors. Let's start it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless I get any more trolls telling me I should stick to OnlyFans instead of podcasting.
Fuck the trolls.
No, I love it. I mean, the trolls make you famous.
True. At least someone's watching.
Yeah. Like somebody cares. Thanks for commenting on my reel with only 5 views. Okay, what was your favorite in the bag party you ever threw?
Oh, homecoming for sure.
Mine too. Well, one is my first one.
Yeah.
And it was just
next level. So it was after COVID shut us down. That was our first party back. It truly was the homecoming to the dance floor. But we had a full-on cheerleading squad doing marching band, football poles. Oh, my parents were there.
Yeah.
My aunt and uncle.
Yeah. It was like a high school
drunker
persona.
than they've ever drank and threw up more than they've ever thrown up the next day.
Oh,
I was like, oh.
I wore the same costume as your aunt and uncle, didn't I?
The nerds?
No, we were Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, yeah. Vote for Pedro.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, like that was so fun. Like the high school personas was
that was the best.
What is your like least favorite musician that everybody else is obsessed with? Or maybe not your least favorite, just like a trend that everybody loves musically, but you're not super into. Like I know I have one and it definitely makes me a hater, but like I love her. I just don't love the music.
Okay, this is probably gonna ruffle some feathers, but Taylor Swift.
Yeah, no, I don't really like her either.
I loved her in the beginning. Tim McGraw, great song, but I just don't get it anymore.
Yeah.
But I've just become so not poppy, you know?
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like I love like the women, I'm here for you. You are smart businesswomen.
Yeah.
You are
super a badass. Successful. You know that.
You have so many haters and you like handle it with grace.
Yeah.
Like watching her at the Super Bowl get booed for no fucking reason. And she's just like,
I know.
Really, like,
she's like, I'm just here.
No, I get it. Like she can be
not
annoying. It's thrown in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I get it. But
who were you going to say?
I was going to say her. And I hate saying this because she is a fucking icon and I love everything she stands for, but her music, I don't understand it, is Chappell Roan.
Oh, yeah.
I'm the worst. I'm sorry.
I had that thought in my head too.
Because like
I'm not on the bandwagon yet.
Everything she says, everything she does, everything she wears, like I'm like
for the culture, she's incredible.
But I will say this: I only know her like HOTTOGO and like Pink Pony Club. I've not even touched her other songs. I'm sure there's good songs out there, but I only know like those really popular ones, and they don't really.
Yeah, they're not resonating.
They don't really blow my skirt up.
Yeah.
But everything else she does, I'm like, it's like same with Miley Cyrus. I'm like, you are a bad bitch.
Uh-huh.
I don't like your music.
Oh, I thought you loved her music.
I love her voice.
Party in the USA? Come on.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, well, I had a great time in Mykonos that song came on. We were all leaving the bar and everybody knew we were American.
I can buy myself flowers. Come on.
No, you're right. That's a good one. That's a
good one.
That one I do like. But no, I mean like I'm not obsessed with her music.
Yeah, but you're obsessed with her.
I think she is just incredible.
I'll say another. I love Lady Gaga as a woman.
Same.
And as a human, but I don't love her music that much. I love the Star is Born music for sure. And like her new kind of age, but the old school Lady Gaga I did not get.
Rah, rah, rah.
Yeah.
No, like I agree wholeheartedly. Like Miley, Lady Gaga, Chappell Roan, like they are fucking divas. Like they are divas. Like they're
electronic divas.
Oh my God, they are bad bitches.
I hear though Lady Gaga is coming out with like a house album.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Electronic. We'll see. She's an electronic diva now.
I mean, I could see her do that, but I will say she is like a beautiful fucking voice.
Have you seen though that house is making its way into pop culture? Of course, everyone's making
it's nuts.
House.
Like Beyonce made a house album. Like she had who's on the record? Honey Dijon.
Yeah, Honey Dijon. Like, I don't remember.
On it?
I'm sure as the producer for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I love Beyonce. She's my girl.
Beyonce and Riri.
Yeah. I know I can't choose between them. I love Rihanna and Beyonce.
Riri. I think Riri's just bad bitch. I mean, she's not that Beyonce's not, but like.
But Riri's not making music anymore.
I know. I just love everything she stands for.
I know. Me too. I love her.
All those women love them, but the 4 pop divas we said, I just makes sense.
But we're just not pop girlies anymore. No. That's the thing too. Is like we're so house girls that.
That's so true. If you had one song that wasn't your own,
Okay.
not your own song that you could sing, but like only one song you could sing for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh my goodness. I think it's got to be At Last by Etta James. I finally know all the words without having to look. I've sang it at like multiple weddings. My mom actually sang that at her wedding. And it's just a really special song and it shows
She sang
my
at her
voice.
own wedding?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I'm going to sing at my own wedding, you bet your ass.
First dance, you're just singing to yourself.
So I'm actually, and don't tell anybody this except for the whole world who's listening.
The whole world.
I'm learning a Spanish song to sing for Chris and his family.
Am I going to have to edit this out? The champagne's got loose lips.
Yeah, true. The Aperol Spritz is making my lips go crazy.
The juice is loose. Okay. You had a playlist that would like describe your life. What would you name it?
Hot Girl House.
Hot Girl House. Duh. Why didn't I even ask that? So dumb. What would be the most played song on the playlist?
Oh. This is what you...
What? What did you do?
Hold on, let me think more about this.
Okay, yeah.
Well, what's that? There's an edit, and I'm pretty sure Jack Daddy loves it too, but it's like a house edit, and it's, this is what you call a bad bitch. Oh, this is what you call a bad bitch. Oh. Whenever I want to pump myself up, it's that.
I love that. Mine's, she's the baddest of the month.
Oh, yeah. See, that's some Hot Girl House right there.
Oh, that's some real Hot Girl House. Okay, Jenny Voss rest day. You just had one. It wasn't long enough because you had to come over and redo this with me because I'm an asshole. I didn't have, we're
having drinks,
you're
though.
Right,
we're yapping like besties do every day.
You're right. I'm just hard on myself. What is an ideal Jenny Voss off day? Like if you could like paint a picture, maybe even 2 days in a row, which I know is not an existence.
Never seen that before.
Never have I ever.
But sleep in, cuddle with Goose and Chris for 1 hour. Wake up, go to Booty by Barb. No, that's not a day
lift
off.
heavy shit.
Okay.
I mean, I love to
go to the gym, work out, come home, make breakfast, flirt in the kitchen.
Get booked in the kitchen.
Flirt in the kitchen, lay out by the pool, get a little tanned. And then I think it's like roast on the couch for the rest of the day.
I love
eat Chick-fil-A.
What's your go-to show right now? Like your guilty pleasure show?
White Lotus for sure, but it's over and I don't know what to do.
Erin said she hated the new season and it made me want to hit her in the face.
I love it.
It was like, Chelsea? You don't like
Yeah,
Chelsea?
what do you
you
mean?
don't like Victoria? What's her name? Parker Posey's character? Live, Laugh, Lorazepam?
Oh, yeah. Victoria,
yeah. Like, that season is incredible.
Her voice has become my whole new personality. When I'm drunk. I'm like, what do you mean? We're all about people.
Yeah. You want to live in Taiwan?
Papa, no.
Jack's family's from North Carolina, and they're literally like that's.
They talk like that.
Yeah, it's funny.
That's funny.
This is off the wall, but I was talking about this with Kate, my best friend Kate, today. If you woke up and you could be a boy or have a penis for a full day, what would your agenda look like?
Helicopter.
Yeah.
Helicopter.
Ours are so specific.
Yeah. Helicopter, whack it, pee wherever, write my name on a wall.
Yeah, no, mine all involved like helicopter dance, jerking off, peeing out in public.
Yeah.
Going to a strip club, getting my dick sucked, like doing what it takes. I'm like, what's what our day would look like if I had a penis?
Yeah. And then maybe
make a lot of money.
I would like to see what blue balls actually feels like.
I don't think it's a thing.
Yeah, you think they're making it up.
I think they're making it up.
Just so you make them come.
Yeah. I mean, like, if they're a thing, then Jack never complained about them once. I feel like we live in a house of blue balls. I'm just joking.
We'd live in a house of blue balls if so.
I'm just joking. I'm a very, 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 very
virgin. She's a virgin.
She is. It's God's hole. Okay, anywho, we're
going down the dirt road. Yeah. We are off subject, but seriously,
we're fucking ending it there. Jesus Christ.
Love y'all.
You're the best,
but
Jenny.
seriously,
thanks for coming back. I mean, you're an angel. This means so much to me, especially because I know how busy you are. So thank you for doing round 2 with us. Tell the people what you got going on. Tell the people where they can find you. I'll put it all in like the episode blurb.
Yay. Well, find us on Groove Affair Music Instagram, Jenny Voss Music Instagram, Lovers Groove Records Instagram. I just dropped another Hot Girl House Volume 2, which you can listen to. It's an hour-long mix of hot girl house music. We're playing our first festival as Groove Affair, Wonderfront Music Festival, May 17th. I hope this comes out before then. Okay, cool. And we're also throwing an official afters for Wonderfront that on Friday, that night after we perform. So that's going to be awesome. And then Babe Stock in Austin. Taylor's coming with me, and we're going to paint the town red in Austin, Texas, as I headline this crazy little all-female festival.
June 13th?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Be there with bells and whistles on.
And also, if you want to buy a house, I am your home girl. Jenny from the Block Realty.
That's right, bitch. Tell them people.
That right.
What's up? All right, honey. You're the best. Love you so much. Thank you for coming. That was hilarious. All right, you silly goosies. Thank you so much for tuning in to But Seriously. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at butseriously.pod and check out our website for upcoming events and exclusive merch. You can find all the links in our YouTube video description or on our Instagram page. See you next time.